Good morning. Welcome to the Reichman University. The Prime Minister, Mr. Naftali Bennett, Professor Reichman, the chair of the board and the founder of the university, Mr. Fadlon, Mayor of Herzliya, General in Reserves Amos Gilad, the Director of the Institute for Policy and Strategy, ambassadors of Egypt, Finland, the EU, the Czech Republic, Denmark, Russia, Italy, and Greece. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy that our dealing with the coronavirus enables us to hold this conference with an audience, which is something that we really missed, and I hope we'll be able to continue to do so. It's true that the participants from abroad are still online and remote listening, but let's hope that next year they'll be able to come and join us without any fear. According to the tradition of the Herzliya conferences, there's always a session of the Prime Minister session where the Prime Minister talks about the deep analysis about the state of the nation and sometimes also strategic objectives of policy. And in the past, in the Herzliya conferences, the Prime Minister always said very significant things. I'm very happy that we are renewing this tradition, which was stuck for a while, and I welcome the Prime Minister for the fact that he's come here and participates with us. The Prime Minister, Mr. Naftali Bennett, is a very welcome guest in the Reichman University. Yes, a hand of applause is in order. He was the first who related to us publicly in one of the speeches. I think it was in this hall or another. He related at the time to IDC as a university. And we owe him a vote of thanks for that. I also think that he understood that if it looks like a duck, it walks like a dog, and apparently it's a duck. And in this way, he didn't have any problem to identify us as a university, because from day one, we built ourselves here as a university with research, a leading university in the State of Israel. The 1 minute I want to take advantage of, the conference is going to deal with the strategy that Israel needs, and of course I will talk about something that seems very important to me. We have to put an objective of bridging the gap of productivity. The gap of productivity, namely the production per worker, per hour of Israelis today is about $46. In the countries that we identified in the European Union, in the same size of population, it's never exactly identical, but if we compare them to us, a worker produces per hour $76. How do we explain this gap? It's a huge gap. It's a gap that has to be bridged, and this has to be one of a central objective of the State of Israel. It's not going to happen within a year or two, but we must embark upon a path to hopefully do it. The remedies are quite known. We held a lot of researches, and I want to mention two things that are the most essential. One, you have to invest in infrastructure in a large scope, as we did in the 60s and the 50s. That's going to bring us to growth. And the second thing, which is very important, is professional training in a large scope. Because in the last few years, with the growth of the manpower, people came into the labor market without skills as are needed in a technological advanced country. And unless we take care of these populations, the productivity gap is not going to be bridged. And I wish all of us a very successful Herzliya conference.